All right, all right, all right.
Okay, looks like we started. Okay, so new episode. Episode number 9 of Checkmate. We're gonna start it off with a little music. Boom bye bye on them body boy head. Boom bye bye. So being that we're gonna start off with the boom bye bye on Bati Boy's head, and we're prepared to boom bye bye. Let's get started. How you doing, SA?
I'm living, man. It's a fine day in Sound Basement Studios.
Oh yeah, y'all jumping over there.
Oh yeah, man. We just did some recording today.
Can't wait to see the episode, brother. Let's fry some bacon. Let's go ahead and fry some bacon. Turn up the Barbie. What we got?
Yeah. Up first, we have Young Thug and his bond being denied.
Okay, so this is Young Thug's. I'd go so far as to say number 6, even 7th attempt to get bond. At this point, I truly believe that they're just gonna just not give him bond, and just kind of wait until the proceedings are over. This is the largest, by record, the largest court case, proceedings in Atlanta's history. So I don't see them giving him bond. I don't see, because it's highly publicized. They need to try to make an example out of him. And to my understanding, he has a decent law firm representing him, so it's going to take a little time. But him getting the bond does not seem likely. Um, now since he's been arrested, since he's been locked up, some dope music has been released on this brother.
Oh my
Dope
goodness.
music. His album's pretty hot.
Oh my goodness.
I like that one song, "Oh You Went," with him and Drake. That's so crazy. He really didn't even need Drake on it. Honestly, I think Drake killed, messed the song up a little bit, but that's my opinion. This guy's cadence is one of the best cadences I've ever heard. As far, I'm not one that's real big on auto tunes, but I'm definitely one that's huge on talent and cadence. And he possesses a really really high caliber cadence. Um, to me, he's one of the forefathers of the mumble rap thing that progressed into today's rap. Um, but yeah, this brother is not getting bond that I know of. We'll just keep our ears and eyes on this case and see where it goes from here. But as for right now, Thugger is still incarcerated, bond denied. All right, who's number 2?
Yeah. Up next, we have. I can't remember. Oh, yeah. In Camp Lejeune, 3 Marines found dead in a car. I don't know
So
much about
so
this, man.
this here is this here is, there's still an investigation that's open. So we don't know much about it, but what we do know is that 3 Marines were found dead in a car near Camp Lejeune. Now that's not real far from where we reside. It might be a little far from where SA is, but from where I am, it may be about, I'd say, 45 minutes away, maybe, if that. And that area, Camp Lejeune, that area is it's a very underdeveloped area. Okay, it's not like Raleigh or Durham or Charlotte or anything like that. It's underdeveloped, um, poverty-stricken area. I don't know why they surround the military. Well, why they put why so much poverty around these military bases. I think it's because the liability of being close to a military base. I
Oh
won't
yeah.
dive into all of that, but it's got to be a huge freaking liability, huge. So the landowners or people around there, of course, they're not going to tax you so high for the property. But anyways, they found 3 soldiers in the car, dead. My question is, what are you doing? What were they doing in the car? They didn't say they were murdered. They just said they were found dead. My opinion, in that poverty-stricken area, They ran across some bad dope. It's a weekend. They're probably hanging out, three buddies, you know, grabbed grabbed some coke or something. They wanted to line a few up, maybe, and ran across fentanyl or something. Because other than that, I don't see anybody coming up to assault three soldiers with a gun or anything. That's not likely. If if you know North Carolina like I know North Carolina, you don't want to go at a soldier with a gun. No, that's all that's around. That's the soldiers with guns. This is a military state. Got several bases here, and one of the things that I've learned, one of the two of the things I've learned. One of them is you do not mess with a Southern man's woman by no means, or be ready for war. That's what I learned. And the other thing is you don't run up on no military man with a gun. You're asking to be killed. They're trained at that shit. You're not. Just let them go ahead. Offer them a snack. Tell them thanks for your service, and go about your business. But we hope they get down to the bottom of this investigation and see what was going on with those young men that were in the back of that car, found dead. That's just it's real crazy. But that was my opinion. What we got next? SA.
Up next, man, you know all about this, definitely much more than I do. We have this WC character.
Boom, bye bye on a batty boy head. The reason I asked to have WC put up here is because this was a conversation that myself and another old school hip hop head had about West Side Connection. West Side Connection, if everybody remembers. I don't know if everyone remembers, but if not, let me enlighten you. West Side Connection consists of Ice Cube, Dub C, which is pictured right here, and my man Mac 10. All right, Mac 10, West Side, Blood, Chicken Hawk. We call Mac 10 Chicken Hawk. All right. Now, if anyone knows Ice Cube and listens to Ice Cube, has listened to Ice Cube, let's see if I can get into this shot.
Yeah,
Boom.
I had to move on myself.
So if you listen to Ice Cube, he has bars. Bars. Okay. Dub C. All right. So all right, let me put you in a setting. Let me set the setting here. Once Ice Cube released his album, Death Certificate, and he did his follow-up album, I believe it was his follow-up album. No, his first album was America's Most Wanted with 3 Ks. Second, the follow-up album was Death Certificate. I had both albums. I went and bought those from the store when you could buy stuff from the store. Now, this guy had bars. Bars. Now, in order to get him, all right, to come off of these 2 heavyweight projects, and if you don't believe me, please go on Spotify, pull up Ice Cube's Death Certificate, or pull up Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted, and come up here and debate me if you don't agree. SA will send you the link. You come up here and debate me if you don't agree. You won't. You'll come up here and agree. All right, so we would definitely love to have you up here. So what happened was he teamed up with Dub C, pictured here, and the Chicken Hawk of rap, Mac 10. Now, Mac 10 could hold his own with Ice Cube. I mean, Ice Cube would give you 16 to make you just say, golly, this is a great freaking song. And then here comes Mac 10. You like, I hope he doesn't blow this. I hope he doesn't blow this. And sure enough, he did not blow it. Mac 10 delivered. His bars were pretty strong, pretty consistent. He's a dope rapper. And then for some odd reason, for some strange, unknown, unforeseen reason, they passed the mic to this guy, Dub C. And let me tell you how he raps. Bing, bling, bling, yeah, yeah. That's his bars. Now, where I'm from, that's not bars. That's just a bunch of gibberish. I rapped for close to 30 years. That's gibberish. If I ever seen him in the studio, I'd battle him on the air. I'd sizzle his Celine. Now, if you were my age, you know what sizzling is. I'd sizzle his Celine. That part. All right, so we got him up here today because he's on Checkmate. He needs to be checkmated. And this is where we're going to put him in position to be checkmated. Dub C, one of the worst rappers in hip hop, West Coast or East Coast. He used to like lean on the gang banging thing to cover up the fact that he was a bum ass rapper. Doesn't matter if you do gang banging, doesn't matter your rank in your gang, what block you from, whether you from whether you rolling 60s or whether you treetop blood, don't matter. Nigga, when the mic is on, you gotta spit bars. And if you don't have it, then the bar collector comes here. Mr. Hot Sauce, I'm the bill collector. You late. You're delinquent, Dub C. You are delinquent. So, therefore, let's see, where's my camera? Is it here? You have been checkmated, Dub C. If we ever see you near a mic again, we will ride on you ourselves. Stay away from Ice Cube. Let him be. Let him rap. If he decides to put an album out, I bet not see your name on the credits anywhere. Deal? Deal. All right. Who we got next, SA?
Who we have next is Mace and Cameron doing whatever the hell they're doing.
Yeah. Now, Mace and Cameron, this actually is a trip here. We've got my man Pretty in Pink, Cameron, and we've got my boy Mace. The thing about Mace and Cam, you know, Mace and Cam were homies way back in the days. They actually played on the same basketball team. They were homeboys back in the days in New York. And they both played basketball actually pretty good. You know, you know, if you can go on YouTube and pull up some of the footage, actually, just go in there and type it in, Mace and Cam basketball footage. You'd see where they had their little slight split or whatever. And, you know, also it matured to a larger split when they got into the music industry. They both have some dope deliveries. They both got great cadence. These are two quality rappers, lyricists. It is really, really dope to see them come together on a podcast. Their podcast is called It Is What It Is. We're going to give them some props by even leaving the name up there so that, you know, you guys can tune into that. We don't want to steal anyone's content. We want to just give props where props are due. These guys are blowing up in the sports commentary industry. Now, it just started off as a podcast. You know, they dress real nice and speak to each other. You know, boom, boom, boom. It's starting to literally grow. I was listening to my ESPN radio. That's like I always do. I listen to it daily. I'm listening to it, and actually, it wasn't even ESPN radio. It was not secular radio. It was satellite radio, and it was NBA radio. And do you know that they were bringing clips, audio clips from It Is What It Is podcast and commenting on that? They were valuing Cameron's opinion.
Nice.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, oh my God, this is Cameron, guys. This is Dipset. Come on, let's get it. This is Dipset. But he has done what every professional needs to learn to do. Every grown adult who tries to keep themselves financed need to learn to do as these days continue to go on. And the big word is pivot. When you see things are looking a little different, you may have to shift over here and go that way with it. You may have to transform this little bit over into that little bit. You just have to pay attention to what what the demographic is. You have to pay attention to the climate. So when things start to change, let's say you used to play ball and you used to shoot a hell of a jumper. Now, as you're getting older, that rotary cuff hurts a little bit more. You can't get it up high on the release. You can shoot them. You used to be like 60%. Now you're down to like 30%. Something that you should be like, you know what, man, maybe I should pivot right here. I can still shoot. I still know the game. Damn, maybe I should coach. That's what a smart man would do. Let me tell you what a dumb man would do. Man, this bum ass arm, they don't recognize I'm still good. This bum ass arm of mine, though, what's wrong with this fucking arm? Fuck it. Let's go back in and try again. You guys see I'm the best. You remember what I did remember what I. No, we don't remember. Pivot and get out of that situation. Use your weakness for your strength. Pivot. And that's what I'm commending these brothers for doing. Both of these brothers were done in the rap game. No one was listening for Cameron. No one was checking for Mace. I'm there. I'm a little young, a little older than those brothers are, I believe. I wasn't even listening nor checking for either one of them. They're starting to age. This is the perfect way to pivot their previous success into future endeavors. I commend them. So yeah, check out the It Is What It Is podcast when you get a chance. Hopefully those brothers will tap in and check us out as well. Who we got next, SA? This is an extended show as well, guys, today. Oh, look who we got. Look who showed up. Look who showed up. This is going to be a short one, but it's going to be sweet. I just want to give a huge fuck you to the UPS drivers around America just for about 30 seconds. I'm not going to hold it for days and days because I don't want you guys to think I mean fuck you like for real. I just mean fuck you right now. If I hit the horn, damn it, move the hell over or speed up, do something. Hell, you don't have doors. You don't have doors. Okay? Should have threw my bottle of water at you, but I didn't. You riding around with shorts on. It's hot as hell. You got that big ass brown truck. You in the way. My air conditioner wasn't working. I'm like, dude, move out the way. I can just go around you. I can take a right while you're sitting at this light, nigga. If you move up. So my doors don't come on. What happened?
They're so pesky, man.
They're pesky. I know
UPS drivers this year, rather than coming and dropping my package off at my front door or my garage, they'll drop it a whole acre away at the front of my driveway. Now I gotta walk up to the highway of the road that I live on just to get a package because they're too lazy to drive down the driveway anymore.
Well, they're just in a rush, man. They're in such a rush to get in the fucking traffic and block up traffic. They can't deliver their packages. They're just so in a rush to get back to the highway and block the shit up.
Subway.
When they could have just pulled in your driveway and dropped it off like they should, they're rushing to come get in my way. That's what's going on. If you look at this picture, my man's got the seatbelt around the steering wheel. That's the first indicator.
Go ahead and shut that off, bro.
Hang on.
Oh, good.
Okay, yeah, that was UPS calling, and they want me to stop ragging on their driver. Who we got next, SA?
Oh shit! Before this takes a turn, or a very dramatic turn.
Right. Well, hold tight. I think it may be about that time. I can kind of sense my telepathy. I can kind of sense.
Things are getting brighter.
It's the dime of the daytime, I believe.
Man, it's the end of the tunnel.
What do we got?
We have Mrs. Ice Spice. Well, Miss Ice Spice. Sorry, excuse me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will be introducing today's dime of the day. I didn't roll it out quite right for this episode, but the next episode I will be rolling it out the right way. Um, but we are giving our props to Ice Spice today for our today's dime of the day. This young lady, very beautiful young lady, um, and it's more to it than beauty to be a dime. And we're giving this to her for her consistency, her beauty, of course, her music. Like her music is dope. She got, she picks great beats. Um, she's lining herself up with heavyweight artists like Nicki Minaj, which I don't necessarily love to death, but it's a hell of a lineup. Um, and I think she's getting herself lined up with this whole Barbie movie thing. Um, very good move. Awesome lady. Very attractive woman. She is our dime of the day. Who we got next? My brother.
With a very dramatic turn that everybody's
So
obviously waiting for.
we right now it's gonna get a little gangster. We're gonna shift into the dark side a little bit, and I'm gonna start to educate people on little bits and pieces of some gangster stuff. Now this is a little older, but it kind of relates to what's going on today with the whole Tupac thing, and some of you young guys doing what you do. Um, Here are some of the forefathers. This brother right here, Jimmy Henchman. I don't know if you guys have done your research, but he is what we call a real gangster. Um, Real gangster. Make moves in silence. Not just riding up, shooting nobody, nothing crazy, like ridiculous. This guy right here will make a few moves and get things done and be home for dinner, you know, and be home for dinner. Um, Allegedly, he is one of the people who put word in to have. This is not the stuff that's going on with the Tupac getting killed and all of that. This is prior to that. This is me against the world Tupac. This is prior to him getting arrested and Suge Knight getting him out of prison. Um, this is when Tupac was shot at Quad Studios. They say that Jimmy Henchman put the call in. They say that Jimmy Henchman put the call in, and for those who know, the guy. Hang tight, I gotta put my dog up.
You're good. As everyone should know by now, we, uh, we dive deep here. And I guess Mr. Hot Sauce's dog is hard enough. He's obviously not a conspiracy theorist. Oh, yeah. Hold on, I gotta unmute you. Alright, you're good.
They say that Jimmy Henchman had put the call in to have Tut and King Tut and some other guys come through and put the mash up on Pop, which happened, and allegedly, allegedly, he had something to do with putting things together.
Allegedly.
They were saying that Pac and him had some dealings. Pac was supposed to come do a song. Pac was talking reckless, like we all know Pac can do. And some people you just can't speak any kind of way to. Some people take that shit real personal. And these gentlemen back in these days, they're from the old school. They don't take disrespect lightly. Not even verbal disrespect. So, Jimmy Henchman. All right, we'll be doubling back speaking on him in another episode because we're going to dive into this New York gangster shit over the next couple of episodes. Who we got next?
We have Bond Zip, man.
Yes, Bond. Slight delay. Oh, the boogeyman. All right, so this brother here, he even looks scary. Um, can you imagine owing this guy some money? Nah, you go ahead and give him the money. You just say, you know what? Let me just go ahead and give him the money. Because I mean, it's not like he's trying to win a modeling contest. It's not like it doesn't look like he cares about any of that stuff. Looks like he definitely would care about his money though, passionately, passionately. Eric Von Zip, he kind of loosely ties into this thing. You guys will see the common denominator soon if you haven't picked up on it by now. Now, Eric Von Zip, he was actually a big time baller, a real businessman, a mover and shaker in New York. Um, Back in the days. He's dead and gone right now. He died from cancer. But this guy, man, he had a club down up in New York. He's a really, really big time guy, heavyweight. I even seen a couple of clips with him and Stevie Wonder, um, Carl Thomas. I ain't gonna call Carl Thomas no damn heavyweight. That son of a bitch. Let me tell you, I was gonna book Carl Thomas for my club in North Carolina down here, and so I'm speaking to him. This guy says, "So what's the capacity?" I'm like, I probably can hold like 130 people in my club safely, not counting the restaurant side. If we count the restaurant side, we can put it at about 200 people in my spot. This guy has the nerve to say, "Yeah, I'm gonna need a Coliseum type. I'm gonna need at least 10,000 people." And blah blah. Nigga, you Carl Thomas. Nigga, you ain't put a song out since I left high school or something. Did you say 10,000 people? Get off of my damn phone, Carl Thomas. But anyways, so I seen him in a clip with Carl Thomas and Stevie Wonder and some actual real heavy hitters. And I'm like, yeah, this guy's the truth, right? He ran around with Puffy and those guys. Now, here's the connection. He actually had they say it's a PCP business. I don't know, allegedly, with Keefy D from the South Side. What is it? South Side Crips or something? South Side Bloods? I don't know. I think he's a Crip. South Side Crips, something like that. And they say that he was the bread holder. They say that Puffy gave him the money to give to Keefy D and the boys to take care of whatever little problem that they had to take care of. Now, Keefy D will tell you straight up, if you look at some of the interviews, Keefy D will tell you that he met Puffy through Von Zip. Told you Von Zip was a mover and shaker. He had a club called Zip, called the Zip Code up in New York. Puffy is Puffy. He's gonna get into the club scene. There's the connection. Okay? So I mean, this is Checkmate, and we don't hold our tongue. We don't care. We don't have any allegiances to anybody. I'm just doing a slight little semi-investigation right here on some New York gangster shit. We'll put the pieces together later, but you hear the common denominators. Remember the names now. Let's go with the next one.
No introduction
No
needed.
introduction needed.
Now, this gentleman here, Kenneth Supreme McGriff, loosely. Now, this doesn't have much to do with Tupac. This doesn't have much to do with Eric, but it has a lot to do with the New York gangster shit. And this brother right here is the brother that alleged. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but allegedly
You
these
said
guys,
what
you know,
now? Say that one more time. You cut out a little bit.
well, they allegedly sent the boys at 50 Cent's head. He allegedly sent the boys at 50 Cent's head. And 50 ended up getting shot 9 times. It also brewed sparked a huge war between Murder Inc. and 50's guys. A lot took place after that. Hell, Jam Master Jay got killed. Fucking Jam Master Jay.
Mm.
It's crazy. Just a whole lot took place. Supreme McGriff, they locked him up. With the drug kingpin racketeering stuff, and they tried to also tie Irv Gotti and Murder Inc. in with that stuff, as everyone remembers when Irv and those boys got the federal charges and all that stuff, but they ended up getting them all dropped. This brother used to do some major damage in New York. Major damage. Major damage. That's the head of the Supreme Team. And if you're from up that way, you know who the Supreme Team is. You know who they was. They're a little before my time, but I did my research. Not much before my time, but I've done my research, and they're still pretty much linked with this generation, my generation, and one beneath. So keep your eyes and ears open because we on some New York gangster stuff. We are doing some digging. We're gonna find out what links to what, who links to who, and what caused a lot of this mayhem that's actually presenting itself right now. So yeah, just stay tuned to Checkmate. It's me, Mr. Hot Sauce, and my trusty homie SA over there, and we'll be seeing you guys on the next episode. We out of here.